I know you wrote an article. I'm curious. Browns at the bye. What's good? What's bad? What needs to be fixed? Take us through that and just kind of where you're at. And you couldn't have I watched the 49ers yesterday, and I've seen them a little bit earlier. I think they are head and shoulders probably. You might talk me into the Dolphins being in that class. Other than that, there isn't anybody close.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting because every time they touch the ball, it feels like they're going to score, right? And you can't say that about many teams in this league. But you're right, the Dolphins kind of feel like that. I think the Niners even more than the Dolphins feel that way. I think Kyle Shanahan's probably the best play caller in the league. And they got a bunch of pieces, and their quarterback's playing way better than I thought he ever would. So they got a lot going for him. When it comes to the Browns at the bye, we know that the bad, right? The bad is giving away the game against Pittsburgh, which they should have won. The bad is the Nick Chubb injury, and so many layers of that are bad, right? The way it happened, how he's going to need 2 surgeries, their second surgery. We don't know when he's going to come back. They're saying at some point next season would be the expected recovery. And then what it does to the team. The turnovers, they're turning over way too much, and that's been huge. It was the reason, the number one reason they lost to the Steelers. So those to me are the bad. The good was I thought DeJuan Jones, the rookie right tackles, played well, played better than I expected when he was forced into action against, in the opener against the Bengals when Jack Conklin went down for the season with a torn ACL. You have the defense, which I think has played outside of the second quarter against the Ravens, has played lights out, and there's a bunch of reasons for that. Jim Schwartz, the coordinator, the aggressive attitude he's instilled, the attacking scheme, just how the guys are playing together. You had contributions from a bunch of new guys, Darius Smith, Obo Okoronkwo, Maurice Hurst II. And then you're getting, I think one of the big positives from the first 4 games is Myles Garrett, Grant Delpit, and Denzel Ward are playing as well as they ever have. In Delpit, it's a big jump because, he was, I think, just okay in his first couple of years. In Garrett and Ward, we know that they're Pro Bowl type players, and I think they're playing as well as they ever have. So if that continues, then this defense has a chance to be as good as it was in those first 3 games. And then, what we're looking for that need to be fixed, the run game, like I mentioned, the turnovers, they need to stop turning it over so much and then get some takeaways on defense. They only have 3 compared to the 10 turnovers. And get Watson healthy back on the field, right? Like, I think it's a pretty simple formula. You add in Elijah Moore and Marquise Goodwin, the 2 receivers. I think that's part of the offense's struggles. They need to figure out a way to better take advantage of their skill sets and get them more involved and get big plays. We haven't seen those explosive plays, which is why they went and got those guys in the offseason in the first place.